Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is round 2 of our league tournament that happened at Die Hard Games on January 30th, 2025. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format everyone wants. League Challenge February 13th at 6 p.m., and League Cup March 29th at 12 p.m. All Central Time, all at Die Hard Games. Go see more info in this video's description and check out Pokemon's event locator for premiere and other events at the shop, such as league challenges, league cups, pre-releases, and more. Please hit that like button right quick, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments, and all that other good free stuff. But anyways, let's research this game. On the left, we have Dragapult. On the right, we have Dragapult Gholdengo. Our Dragapult player on the left is going first this round with Duskull in the active spot, Nest Ball, Double Buddy Buddy Poffin, and more in hand. So our Dragapult player is going to have a fine turn 1 here as they kick things off with a Golden Nest Ball. That item card allows the player to search their deck for a basic Pokemon to put onto the bench. Dreepy is the target here and hits the bench, followed by Double Buddy Buddy Poffin. Buddy Buddy Poffin, of course, is an item card that allows the player to search their deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less to add to the bench. And with 2 of them being played, our player can search for up to 4 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less to put onto the bench. We got 5 bench spots, so these Double Buddy Buddy Poffin will be super effective here, as they're going to get out the entire cast. At least 1 or 2 more Dreepy, maybe another Duskull, and I saw that support Pokemon Tatsugiri being eyed up as well, so we'll see if they decide on that. Actually just going to go for triple Dreepy and Duskull here. Leaving the 5th bench slot open for options. Something they could have done was started with the Double Buddy Buddy Poffin and then Nest Balled for something like a Rotom V, since the Nest Ball has no HP restriction like the Buddy Buddy Poffin, but just depends on the person's list and their hand and their strategy as they attach a Psychic Energy to a bench Dreepy and pass things over to our player on the right, who starts with a Hisuian Heavy Ball item card. That allows them to look at their prize cards, and they may swap the Heavy Ball with the basic Pokemon they find there. Heavy Ball was swapped for a basic Dreepy here. Prize cards, Heavy Ball gets shuffled up with the prize cards and they get laid back out. The liberated Dreepy hits the bench now. Psychic Energy attached to the active Dreepy, followed by an Iono. That supporter has both players shuffle their hand, put them at the bottom of the deck, and then draw cards from the top equal to their remaining prize cards. Both players get 6 here, as we see the Iono cut there. In terms of the energy attachment to the active Dreepy, that may be better, may have been better to attach to a bench Dreepy, just in case the active Dreepy gets knocked out. You would have still preserved the energy attachment, but we'll see how things play out for our trainer here as they take a look at their fresh new 6 in their hand off of this Iono. I don't think there's too much else to do other than Rotom V's ability Instant Charge to draw 3 cards, and the turn ends after that ability is resolved. Play will continue over on our left hand side here, as that bench spot was purposely left free for this Lumineon V. When Lumineon V is played from the hand to the bench, its Luminous Sign ability activates, allowing the player to search their deck for a supporter card to put into their hand. And I believe the supporter will be this Arven. That supporter card allows the player to search their deck for an item and a tool card to put into their hand. The pink Sparkling Crystal tool card is being eyed up here. And the item is the Earthen Vessel. Pulled out of the deck thanks to Arven here. I think I see a rare candy Dragapult in hand. And it looks like our player wants to play this sparkly League Earthen Vessel now, discarding a golden nest ball in order to search the deck for up to 2 basic energy cards to put into the hand. Yeah, I believe our player has, as long as they have a rare candy in their hand, they should have an attack this turn. Dragapult attack. Is Dragapult's Phantom Dive the best attack in the current standard format? Let me know in the comments. As Earthen Vessel pulls out of the deck a Psychic Energy and a Fire Energy. Okay. So the combo here is Rare Candy, evolve that Dreepy into Dragapult on the bench with the energy attached. You can attach a Sparkling Crystal to it, so that way it can use its Phantom Dive attack for 1 energy. You can then manually attach your energy per turn to the active Doskull to retreat into that Dragapult and attack. Let's see if they want to do anything else before that sequence. Yep, I see the rare candy, and I'm pretty sure I saw Dragapult. We've got this crystal, so yeah, everything's there. Our player just has to decide what else to do before executing. Rare Candy allows that Dreepy to evolve straight away into that Dragapult EX. Energy attached to the active Doskull, it manually retreats into that Dragapult EX. Sparkling Crystal gets attached to it. I guess if you don't know what the Sparkling Crystal tool card Ace Spec does, is when the Terra Pokemon this card is attached to uses an attack, that attack costs 1 energy less. So since Dragapult EX's Phantom Dive cost a Fire and a Psychic normally, with the Crystal attached it just costs a Psychic or a Fire. As that Dragapult creeps into the active spot here and uses Phantom Dive to deal 200 damage to the active Pokemon, and then Phantom Dive also places 6 damage counters on the opponent's bench Pokemon in any way they like. I think that Gimmighoul had 60 HP, so 6 damage counters being placed on it means KO on it as well for a double prize attack here for our Dragapult player on the left. As Dreepy creeps into the active spot on the right hand side and play resumes there, backup Dreepy is put onto the bench now. How can our Dragapult Gholdengo player respond to this turn 2 Phantom Dive? First is a Wallace. Alright, I'm going to have to research what this card does here in the professor's lab today. Wallace from Silver Tempest, supporter card. Draw 3 cards. Your opponent may draw a card. If they do, draw 1 more card. Alright, so we're seeing the draw of the 3 here. I wonder if they will give the opponent the option now, or if the opponent will take the opportunity to draw another card as they check that out. Definitely not a commonly played with supporter card, at least here at Die Hard League. I believe the Dragapult player on the left declined the extra draw, so the Wallace player on the right just gets 3 cards here as they put a Pokestop Stadium into play. Next, they evolve the active Dreepy in the Dracloak and use its Recon Directive ability to look at the top 2 cards of the deck, and then they keep 1 and put the other at the bottom. It looks like a second Dreepy was found. Second Dracloak was found, excuse me. The Dreepy on the bench was just put into play this turn, so it's not ready to evolve yet. It can begin evolving next turn, as a Psychic Energy is attached to the bench Dreepy. They did put the Pokestop in play this turn, so let's see if they use it. Normally, you don't put that in play unless you're countering an opponent's stadium or you're going to use it right away. You don't want to just give your opponent the opportunity to find some item cards from the top of their deck. But we'll see how our Dragapult Gholdengo player finishes off this next turn here. Looks like they're gesturing towards the Rotom, so maybe it's just a instant charge and pass. No, Pokestop. Okay. So that stadium there, Pokestop, has the player discard the top 3 cards of their deck, and then they may add any item cards discarded this way into their hand. 0 item cards hit there, so just milling 3 cards off of the Pokestop. Sadly, useful item cards could have maybe been, another Buddy Buddy Poffin or Nest Ball to find some more basic Pokemon to put out, get some more Gholdengo or Dreepy established, but looks like it's just a pass. They should do instant charge, of course, on this Rotom V here. If they're just going to pass, might as well use instant charge to get more cards and then the turn. But it looks like they just passed back over to our Dragapult player on the left, who simply just attacks with Phantom Dive, 200 to the active, 6 damage counters to the bench Dreepy that presumably has 60 HP, taking another 2 prize cards. Rotom V flashes to the active spot on the right hand side and play resumes there. It's got less than 200 HP. Red lights are flashing right now. Is this the end of our round? Looks like it's either a pass or an instant charge. Back over to Dragapult, who simply just has to not forget to attack to take the last 2 prize cards of the game. What do you guys think of this video and the commentary? Please leave feedback in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you to our players for letting their game be captured so we can learn and enjoy, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.